to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the coronavirus and how it's affecting sports. Oh my god, is there a lot of stuff to talk about in this episode. I'll probably make a part 2 to this. But first, before I get into it, I want to introduce y'all to Panda. Introducing yourself. Say hello.
Hello.
So, yeah, before we get into the actual content, I want to announce some very, very big news. Are y'all ready? I am sponsored by Rogue Energy. Let me tell you about Rogue Energy. Okay, it's an energy drink. It's gaming. It's a gaming energy drink, and it's really, really nice. Check out their website. Use code SHAREfactory for 10% off. The code should be on screen right now. But yeah, let's get into it. So, first off, we have the NBA. So yeah, this can all be blamed on Rudy Gobert. The Jazz are never good mainly because of the idiots they sign on their team. Rudy Gobert made a joke after a press conference by touching the mics days before he tested positive for the coronavirus.
But who gave him the coronavirus? Like how he did it?
Now, Emmanuel Buddy, the point guard, has tested positive too. The NBA has now canceled the season until further notice. Oh my man, Panda, this is a lot. But give me a statement for you. You know, what do you think about this whole situation?
I mean, I wanted to see how this whole season would play out. The Bucks, they're doing phenomenal.
You a Bucks fan?
Lakers. No, I'm a Celtics fan. They could have made playoffs too, but hopefully the season, it's only suspended, so hopefully the season does come back before playoffs, and then we'll just do playoffs off that. But
yeah, one thing that anytime this is a big resting period for the players. I think when the NBA comes back on air, we're able to actually see some basketball. I'm very interested to see, because these teams will be different. There's no, I do not know, but that's probably gonna be featured in part 2. But just like, we know the teams are gonna be different. But how different? How are they going to be affected by this, man? The play style. Whenever you're up on a good run, you know, Grizzlies were on this. They were doing great. 8th place in the Western Conference, but it feels like forever since they really had a good year. This was their year. John Morant was amazing. And I don't know if we're going to be able to get that play style back, you know?
yeah.
So, I mean, we're going to have to see how this plays out, personally.
Definitely.
Personally, I'm very interested in this.
Especially with how the virus is taking.
I want to ask you about this. Wouldn't you ask the rival teams, or wouldn't you talk to the rival teams, like, who have played Rudy Gobert, because the teams that played them,
in the past week or 2 weeks, I think. I'm pretty sure they're about to get tested. Pretty sure they already have gotten tested. But yeah, the NBA, from when I wrote this down, we have not had another statement. This is yesterday, by the way, which is Thursday the 12th. But yeah, I'm very, very interested to see how the season will resume and what differences in the teams. NHL. It seems like, you know, the NBA and NHL are just together so much. Soon, the NHL soon also made the announcement that their games will be canceled
now that they're canceled will be canceled. That their games will be canceled. Now teams are releasing official statements. The NHL has also released one. To Gary Bettman, the NHL commissioner, said, quote, "The National Hockey League is announcing today that it will pause the 2019-2020 season." The statement also mentions that quote, "The NHL has been attempting to follow the mandates of health experts and local authorities." Included along with this statement mentioned trying not to make premature actions in the affiliation with the NBA. So, unfortunately, the Utah Jazz do not have an NHL team that plays in their arena. But like I said, if they played someone and Rudy Gobert has the coronavirus, and someone from that team picked it up, took it to their locker room, now NHL has it. I mean, I didn't mark this down, but they said that eventually a player will get the coronavirus disease. So they're just trying to make all the best actions for the players. And here I go again, Panda. Give me your opinion on this.
Not much besides the whole NBA teams playing in NHL arenas. Rudy Gobert, everyone else that has had it. It may start with the Bruins because the Celtics did play the Jazz twice in the past week, which means the Celtics players are probably the most likely to have it, and they share arena with the
Bruins.
Bruins. Pretty sure they played one or two. I think they played one of the games at
Utah.
the Garden. So
that's cool. That's cool. Kitty guard, kitty bear. Yeah, I feel like there's not a lot to be said. Anyway, I mean, I feel bad, or I hope the facility, the people that run it, are able to, you know, but I just don't know. I'm sure they cleaned the locker rooms because they had to change everything, but how good did they clean it, man?
Hopefully well.
Hopefully well, but
controller. You're welcome.
Excuse me. The Bruins. It could be. You could go with the Bruins. It could go. Just a whole network of teams.
That was nasty.
Now to the MLB. I'm not big of an MLB fan. MLB has not canceled. It's limiting.
Yeah, MLB and NFL.
But it's limiting use of it.
That's like the wild card because they're in the off season, sort of.
Yeah, the MLB is not canceled, but is limiting the use of facilities in an agreement with all 30 clubs. That league is, that the league is keeping up with health officials. Later, opening day was delayed. Spring training was canceled. So, yeah, spring training is canceled. I know they play like a minor league stadium, obviously.
Yeah. With spring training canceled, it's gonna be a lot tougher for fans and scouts. Well, not scouts, but like the MLB teams to see what these rookies that they just drafted have, like what talent they have.
I'm sure they will be doing individual training, but
yeah, most likely they probably already have. But then again, fans, they probably haven't seen what these players can. Well, some fans that were planning on buying tickets for one of the games that was upcoming, they won't be able to see what their favorite team's newest players will like, what talents they have.
I think the lack of information is really gonna put. I can see a couple people just not really watching the MLB season because of it. You have a lack of information about the teams. You don't know.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you're still gonna watch it, but probably not as much if you know, like, what if you know what's going on. But no one really does, so. No, not what I wanted to do. Clicker thingy. That thing, yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot. I think it's the training is such a big deal for the rookies. You know, this is where they're gonna get a lot of their hours in. This is where the fans are actually able to interact with the players, and yeah. I do see reason because you know, I know when Memphis has their spring training, they allow people to go on the field afterwards. And this is in football, but you know they allow people to go onto the field, talk to the players, get autographs and everything. So it's a really big social moment, and it gets connections in between the players and fans, and just taking it away.
Especially like little fans, like children.
Oh yeah, man, it's a great way.
They look up to these players, like.
Yeah, it's a great way for.
Baseball, and these guys, they're doing it.
It's a great way for players to get their names out to these younger kids and be able to just introduce the kids into baseball, man. This is such. It's sad, and I even have minor league team generals, but oh my god.
You're fine, you're fine. 53 seconds, they're not coming back.
But
then again, you never know.
I'm shocked, you know.
Yeah.
But necessary action was taken. Now we get to the final part of this episode, March Madness. The NCAA made the announcements that fans would not attend the Final Four. After conferences started announcing their started canceling their championships, the NCAA announced the cancellation of March Madness and other winter championships. Now everybody can claim their $1 billion from Warren Buffett as long as they have an empty bracket. Congratulations, you just won the empty bracket challenge. the bracket challenge. But I was honestly I was starting to study on this, you know. Sorry, my bad. It doesn't really matter anymore. But
they can't come back anyways.
I was just, you know, thinking.
I'll just sit behind the net. I'll just sit behind the net and probably ice it.
I was just gonna look. I was looking at, you know, how I was gonna plan out my bracket, and then they just do this.
Canceled the.
This could be June Madness, okay? This could be the Jumbling June tournament, man.
Yeah, Jumbling June. How long did it take you for you to come up with that?
Like 5 seconds.
Damn! Well, it was taking me hours to come up with that, bitch.
The Jumbling June tournament, man. I would see that, man. I do think that would be cool, but
and then they just switch it to Jumbling June forever.
No, we're gonna go back to March Madness next year, but
I hope.
I don't see how are these players that are willing to get drafted. If they will, they just will have a lack of experience. They will not have that fresh game. So I honestly hope that maybe, you know, I think the NCAA should give each team like three games, you know, just to get back in that rhythm. And before starting the tournament, before restarting everything, because I think that would just be the most fair. Panda.
Yeah.
But let's just go overall, man. Also, good win, by the way. But what?
Yeah.
What do you think about the situation with everyone canceling in general?
I mean, honestly, I just want to see what else gets canceled. I mean, not that I want everything else to get canceled. I mean,
yeah, that's not a good sign. But
the NFL, they're in a weird situation because they're still in the offseason. Like, they're barely starting free agency, and they may have to delay that because of what if a player that a team wants to sign has the virus, they walk in for the meeting, and then everybody that was in that meeting gets the virus.
Oh yeah, man. There's a lot of stuff that I will be talking about in part 2, probably coming during this week because I'm on spring break. Hey, and I'm getting a grand secret.
Get a virus break.
I'm hoping for a 3-week.
You made 4 saves. You made 4 saves.
I'm very proud of that 4 saves, though.
Yo, you almost had a negative save percentage. Ow. How to get a negative save percentage?
But yeah,
yourself.
I really hope that we're able to bounce back from this, and that the leagues do take responsible action on giving the players a bit of a fresh start. That's kind of why I recommend doing a couple refresher games. You know.
Is that what Spell was messaging me for?
What was he talking about?
You was on Insta. Hold up.
But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Before I go, I'm trying to get another sponsorship. I'm trying to get a sponsorship with Fatal Grips. I've not received the email back from them, but if it does go out, I will make an announcement on that. Follow me on TikTok, by the way. Be popping up on Instagram right now. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all guys in another one. Peace.